Are you ready for The Mandalorian Season 3? Hold your horses, because before you dive into the new season, let's go through everything you need to know about the show so far. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Planet Popcorn. And if you are not subscriber yet, please hit that red button below. Hit and break the fucking screen so you never miss your favorite show update. And now let's get back to the Star Wars. The show has quickly become a fan favorite, and with the upcoming release of The Mandalorian Season 3, it's time to brush up on your knowledge before diving in. In this video, we'll give you everything you need to know about the previous seasons, the characters, and what we can expect from Season 3. First, let's do a quick recap of the previous seasons. Season 1 of The Mandalorian introduced us to the titular character, a lone bounty hunter who has a code of honor and never removes his helmet. He's a man of few words, but when he does speak, it's with a gravelly voice that could make even the toughest of aliens quake in their boots. In this season, he's tasked with finding and capturing a valuable asset known as the Child, who is later revealed to be a member of the same species as Jedi Master Yoda. Along the way, we meet a colorful cast of characters, including a former Rebel shock trooper named Cara Dune and a former Imperial sharpshooter named Greef Karga, who both become allies of the Mandalorian. We also encounter some familiar faces from the Star Wars universe, such as the bounty hunter droid IG-11 and the ruthless Moff Gideon, who is determined to get his hands on the Child. As the season progresses, we see the Mandalorian and his allies fight their way through various obstacles and challenges, including battling other bounty hunters, breaking into an Imperial base, and even facing off against a vicious Mudhorn. But the highlight of the season comes in the finale, when we witness the epic showdown between the Mandalorian and Moff Gideon, who wields the darksaber, a weapon with a rich history in the Star Wars universe. Moving on to Season 2, we find the Mandalorian on a new quest to find the home planet of the Child species and return him to his kind. Along the way, they encounter a host of new characters, including the mysterious Jedi known as Ahsoka Tano, played by Rosario Dawson, who reveals more about the Child's powers and the history of the Jedi. We also see the return of Boba Fett, a fan-favorite character from the original trilogy, who makes a stunning comeback after seemingly meeting his demise in Return of the Jedi. He helps the Mandalorian and his allies in their quest and even gets his own spin-off show, The Book of Boba Fett. But it's not all smooth sailing for the Mandalorian and his allies. They face new threats, such as the deadly Dark Troopers, who are part of Moff Gideon's plan to capture the Child and extract his blood to create a new army of Force-sensitive soldiers. And of course, Moff Gideon himself is always lurking in the shadows, ready to strike at any moment. The season reaches its climax in the thrilling finale, where we see the Mandalorian and his allies join forces with other characters from the Star Wars universe to launch a daring mission to rescue the Child from Moff Gideon's clutches. And as always, there are plenty of surprises and twists along the way. The Mandalorian, played by Pedro Pascal, is the main character of the show. He's a skilled bounty hunter who has a strong sense of honor and a strict code of conduct. He's fiercely protective of Grogu, whom he considers to be his responsibility. Grogu, also known as the Child or Baby Yoda, is a member of a mysterious species of powerful Force users. He has become an internet sensation and has won the hearts of fans all around the world with his cute and curious demeanor. Other notable characters include Cara Dune, a former Rebel shock trooper who becomes an ally of the Mandalorian; Greef Karga, the leader of the Bounty Hunters Guild who becomes a friend to the Mandalorian; and Moff Gideon, the main antagonist of the series who seeks to capture Grogu and use his powers for his own purposes. So, there you have it, a brief recap of Seasons 1 and 2 of The Mandalorian. With Season 3 on the horizon, we can't wait to see what new adventures and challenges await the Mandalorian and his allies. Will he succeed in ruling Mandalore? Will Moff Gideon finally get his hands on the Child? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, it's going to be one heck of a ride. So, what can we expect from The Mandalorian Season 3? At the end of Season 2, we saw the Mandalorian being tasked with ruling Mandalore, which could potentially set up an entirely new storyline for the show. We might also see more of Moff Gideon's plans for the Child, and whether or not he succeeds in capturing him. We can also expect to see the return of some fan-favorite characters, such as Boba Fett, who now has his own spin-off show, The Book of Boba Fett. There have also been confirms that Ahsoka Tano have her own spin-off show, which could potentially be linked to the Mandalorian storyline. While we don't know much about the plot of Season 3 yet, we do know that it will continue the story of the Mandalorian and Grogu. We can expect to see the return of familiar characters such as Cara Dune, Greef Karga, and Moff Gideon, as well as new characters who will join the adventure. Another thing to keep in mind is that the show's creator, Jon Favreau, has hinted that there might be a larger story arc that ties into other Star Wars shows and movies. So, we might see some crossover events with other Star Wars characters and storyline. As we eagerly await The Mandalorian Season 3, there's no doubt that it will be packed with action, adventure, and surprises. So, get ready to journey back to a galaxy far, far away, and may the Force be with you. Overall, there's a lot to be excited about when it comes to The Mandalorian Season 3. We can expect new storylines, returning characters, and potentially some crossover events with other Star Wars shows and movies. But before we dive into the new season, it's always good to have a quick recap of what happened in the previous season. So, be sure to rewatch Season 1 and 2 before the premiere of Season 3. So there you have it, everything you need to know before watching The Mandalorian Season 3. Whether you're a longtime fan of the series or a newcomer, we hope this video has helped you get up to speed on the story so far. Are you excited for Season 3? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons for more updates on The Mandalorian and other Star Wars shows and movies.